This is the worst ad I've ever seen in my life. If you are a Zoomer, if you are a millennial, if you are Generation Alpha, it's going to make your blood boil. It's an ad that's running during football right now, and when I saw it, I wanted to tear my television off the wall. And if you're a Zoomer, a television, it's this thing. But to really understand how depraved this normal seeming ad is, we're gonna play a little game called Guess What This Ad Is For. I'm gonna play the beginning of the ad, and then I'm gonna stop it. And then you're gonna try to guess what this ad is for. And then I'm gonna play the rest of the ad and reveal to you just how terribly wrong you are and just how terrible the entire world is because of what this ad represents. Okay, without further ado, here is this ad about the price of housing.
Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, apply for a mortgage, get a second job, get some roommates, rent a house.
All right, so far it's kind of demoralizing, but it's kind of promising, right? It understands that there is a huge problem with the housing market. It knows that you as a young person now look at the rest of your family who's come generation after generation, and you think to yourself, well, at least they had a shot where they could spend 20% of their monthly income on housing and have like a home with a roof on it and a yard or some shit. And then you look at yourself and you're like, I have to spend more than I make a month to afford a shoebox in the country somewhere under a storage container sealed in concrete and surrounded by toxic waste. But on the upside, it seems like this company is going to give me some kind of life preserver or way out, right? Now, when I play this with some people, they've said, oh, maybe it's some kind of creative financing option. Others have said maybe it's like a gig economy thing. Others are really like utterly demoralized by the whole situation, and they have guessed it's a military recruitment ad, which isn't out of the question given the fact that like it's pretty much the only way to avoid student debt these days. All of these guesses are not even remotely as douchey as the actual answer, and so I'm gonna play it again now and give you the big reveal, and you're gonna hate everything. Just don't hate me, I'm just the messenger. Okay.
Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, apply for a mortgage, get a second job, get some roommates, rent a house. Realize the only generation that's going to fix this is yours, and start building.
That's right, motherfuckers. It's crypto. Crypto is a solution because nothing says stable investment quite like a market that's had like 3 giant crashes in the last 4 years. It's like saying, yeah, I know you can't afford a house, but have you considered some magic internet beans? And worse, the way they prey on you is using the American dream of the picket fence. And their solution is essentially you going to Vegas, but like Vegas through a sports betting app in a sport that you don't understand, and neither does anyone. And what's even worse, it's like we know what crypto's made of. We know all the crypto bros are like utterly bankrupt. So essentially what they're asking you to do in this completely obtuse way and condescending way is to get you to give them money so they can afford the stupid giant houses they bought when interest rates were super low and they were flush with your stupid money. And by the way, Coinbase stock is worth half of what it was worth at the peak of the crypto boom. But then again, it is up 100% since last year, which proves that this volatility is no dependable place to put your entire life savings, you idiot. So save your pensive social network genius movie sound bed. And don't get my hopes up with a solution to a very sad, demoralizing problem. At the very least, you could just be honest with me about how truly fucked everybody is. Hey, remember back in the day when your family could buy a house at a reasonable price if you were white? Well, that's gone. And there's no hope. Just take every dollar you can scrounge together at that job you hate and give it to me, a crypto bro, who just spent like 900 million buying Staples Centers, naming rights, not even the building. And if I don't recoup that investment, I'm as fucked as you are. So, pay it forward, K. Coinbase. More like coin-based, am I right? What do you want? I took a lot of energy to make that fake video. That's all I got. What'd you want, Joe Coy? Topical entertainment joke.